the NFL on EA Sports. And the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Baltimore Ravens and the Miami Dolphins on Monday night.
The address is 347 Don Shula Drive in honor of the legendary coach. The stadium is Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens, Florida. Good to be in the booth with my partner Greg Olson. I'm Mike Tirico. Welcome. And Greg, this is one of those that's worthy of prime time because wide receivers love the spotlight as much as any position group in the league. And we got two guys who shine under the lights here tonight.
And I think where it's going to be really fun and get interesting to watch, Mike, is in those critical situations. The game's on the line, third down, red zone, gotta have it moments. There is no mystery. Both these sidelines, they know exactly where the ball's going, and they're just going to say, I dare you to stop them. These are two prime, elite wide receivers in the National Football League. Night game, prime time, they're looking to put on a show.
The perennial Pro Bowler, Justin Tucker, has it on the tee. And off we go from South Florida. Here comes D. Eskridge on the return. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. The Miami offense will make their way onto the field, led by their quarterback from the University of Alabama, Tua Tagovailoa.
One of the few southpaws we have playing quarterback in the NFL, Mike, and while he doesn't have one of the strongest arms, he makes up for it with great anticipation and pinpoint accuracy. So what it does, it allows him to throw very catchable balls. A lot of his receivers do a lot of the damage after the catch, and only time's going to tell how this one plays out. But when he's on his game, they're due for a lot of points.
Hill brought in motion. They'll fake the handoff. Now, Tua. That's complete. It's Jalen Waddle. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big gain.
A run with the fullback in goal. Trying to use that big body to get the yardage, but he is stopped for no gain. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Tua. He runs with it. And he's going to slide to a stop and avoid the contact. But since he started there, he's still shy of the first down.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
He'll try and run it here. It's Achane.
Well, we have an early decision here, Mike. How aggressive does this coach want to be on this 4th down try? I think you got to keep your offense out there. You have a prime opportunity to take the fight to him, extend this drive, and hopefully be able to come away with points.
So on 4th down, it's Jake Bailey to punt for the Dolphins. And this one's going to land out of bounds as they'll mark it inside the 20. The Ravens offense taking the field for the first time, led by their quarterback, league MVP in 2019 and 2023, Lamar Jackson.
Is there a more exciting guy in the NFL to watch play quarterback than this guy, Mike? I mean, one of the most dynamic athletes to ever play the position. And what's truly unique about him is his ability to beat you both as a runner and equally as a passer, and that's really where his game has developed. Defensive coordinators, they don't sleep very much when they know they're facing this guy and all the problems that he presents.
Off the play fake, Jackson. That's caught, Derrick Henry. And a good one here. He'll be marked down up past the 25-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a first down.
And this is something the defense knew they had to contain coming in today, Mike. They worked all week on containing this quarterback, but here we are. Early on in the game, a nice scramble there, good yardage, and he's able to pick up the first down.
Jackson now to throw on first down. A pass pulled in by Henry. Second down and 3. Bateman is the motion man. Jackson now on second down. This one complete to Bateman. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down. Here's third down and a few inches. They'll try and run for this with Henry. And they pick it up. He's to the 42-yard line. And the drive continues. First down.
I think everybody in the stadium saw that run coming, Mike, but good luck stopping it. I mean, all he really had to do was just fall forward, and it would be enough to pick up the first down.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. On the option, they give it to Henry. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Let's give some love to the big guys up front here, Mike. The offensive line is looking good here early to start the game. A couple nice big explosive runs. Expect them to continue to lean on the big guys up front as the rest of this game unfolds.
Aguilar goes off in motion. On first and 10, Jackson. That's complete to the veteran, Nelson Aguilar. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike, and what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same. There's no tells, so they can't afford to just dial up certain schemes to take away a run or a pass. They've got to defend the entire playbook, and so far they've done a great job on this drive doing just that.
And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4.
This play is actually really well defended here, but I'll tell you, Mike, as you know, my philosophy is the tight end is always open, and this just supports my case.
So they move inside the 20, first and 10 at the 18. Aguilar goes off in motion. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Well, you could tell that the defense had seen that play on game tape, and they were ready for it. They tried to do a little jet sweep pop pass out of the gun. Defense was all over it. Nowhere to go, no gain.
It's the tight end Likely in motion. Second down, Jackson. He's going to keep it himself.
Quarterback does a nice job here sensing the pressure pretty quickly. Realizes he doesn't have a ton of time to operate from within the pocket. Decides to tuck the ball and rely on his legs. He's able to pick up a positive play.
They'll look to pick this up, third and a yard. It's the tight end Likely in motion. Here's Lamar. He'll keep it on the zone read. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. So we've played one quarter here on a Monday night. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. And we're back to South Florida after this. The field goal unit on the sideline. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down. They'll run for it with Henry. And he's not going to get there. The defense was ready for it, and they stuff him on 4th down.
Well, I'll tell you, Mike, I'm feeling pretty good about my chances of picking up this 4th down when I've got big old Derrick Henry in the backfield. So what an unbelievable job by this defense coming up with a huge 4th down stop.
The Dolphins offense ready to get going with their second possession. We'll see how they want to attack things here, backed up deep in their own end. It's 1st and 10. Hill brought in motion. They'll start on the ground. It's Achane. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. From the gun, here's Tua. The tight end, Jonnu Smith, secures it. And they're going to mark him down right at the 30-yard line.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
Tua now on 1st down. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes. So give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tungo Bailoa. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Here's Jake Bailey now, and he is hoping to improve on his 1st attempt. And he'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. The Ravens offense about ready to get going on their 2nd possession. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
What an advantage it brings a defense when you have cornerbacks that are such willing tacklers. It just brings an extra element to the ability to defend the entire field. And this is a great example here why.
2nd and 7. Jackson Going to keep it himself. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard.
Nice job by the defense. They had that one well read from the beginning, Mike. Someone's responsible for the running back, but the key here is the defender responsible for the quarterback. Stays with him, keeps him to a short gain.
3rd and 6. It's the tight end likely in motion. On 3rd down, Jackson. And that ball out of reach toward the sideline. It'll be an incompletion. Searching for his Pro Bowl tight end Mark Andrews that time. And that'll set up 4th down.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
The Dolphins offense about ready to take over once more. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Man in motion is Berrios. Off play action, it's Tua. Looking for Berrios downfield. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
As this offense continues to put anything together and score some points, they need to just take a step back. Then you say, okay, we've struggled here in the first half putting points on the scoreboard. Don't worry about chasing points. Let's chase 1st downs. Let's chase completions. Just start building something small. And oftentimes when you take that approach, it snowballs, and next thing you know, you find your groove.
And he's got it to the 35-yard line.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
Play action. Tagovailoa. Oh, no chance to get rid of that one. Under a heavy rush, he goes down.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense immediately getting back on track. And what do the coaches say? Just play the next play, and that's exactly what they did.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Tua, gonna give it to Achane. Well, he shows you the elusiveness getting out of one tackle, but not the other. Fortunate, really, to get back to the line of scrimmage on that play.
Heck of an effort by this runner, Mike, just to get back to the line of scrimmage. I think most backs around the league, that play would have resulted in a loss, but not this guy. Continued to fight, continued to do everything he could to prevent the loss, but it still stopped for no gain.
And he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a sack and a loss of a couple.
3rd and real long. This is where your defensive line has to come to life. They decided to keep extra blockers in the backfield, but it didn't matter. They were able to bring them down for a sack and brings up 4th down.
Here's the punter now, as he's on to punt for Miami. Sims now to return it. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Ravens offense ready to get back at it. They'll begin with 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Henry. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Two minutes to play. Still searching for our first points of the half. We'll come back to Miami after this. Here's 2nd and 6. From the gun, Jackson. He'll get it into the hands of Zay Flowers. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
I'd like to see them do a better job here the rest of the game, Mike, just disguising the coverage from the pre-snap look to the post-snap look. And what I mean is, when you have a quarterback at this level and what they see before the ball's in their hands is the exact same thing they see once they do get the ball, everything is just so much easier for them to process. Change the look, change the coverages, move your safeties. Make the quarterback have to process with the ball in his hands.
Zay Flowers, the intended receiver, and that will lead to a 2nd down. In motion comes Andrews. On play action, here's Jackson. Open man is Bateman. He's got him. And he's going to be taken down right at the 25-yard line.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the 2nd quarter.
It's the tight end Likely in motion. Jackson up top again to the tight end Likely. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. It's the tight end Likely in motion. To the air one more time with Jackson. Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down.
Remember what this defense told us in our meetings this week. They don't think that they're necessarily going to be able to just stifle this offense play after play. They might have to give a little bit of bend, but they can't break. That sack, that is the defense not breaking. Down there near your own goal line, come away with the big play and see if they can keep points off the board.
They'll motion over Flowers. Throwing Jackson. He'll throw it left and has his running back. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. A tough spot here. 3rd and long. Now Jackson. And the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Jackson looking to throw. And that is punt in the end zone. He's in. Rashad Bateman. Touchdown, Ravens.
You know, we spent so much time talking about the heroics of a game-winning drive to end the 4th quarter in 2-minute mode. But let's talk about a 2-minute mode, Mike, at the end of the 1st half. It might not be in walk-off fashion, but I'll tell you what, executing that here going into halftime changes this entire game.
Now Justin Tucker for the point after. The kick is good. And the Ravens will take a 7-0 lead. Very little time remaining in this first half as this kick is away. The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They put Smythe in motion. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And that's the way you want to run it on 1st down. A gain of 7. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. On play action, it's Tagovailoa. He'll tuck it and take off. Now whistles. Timeout. 3 seconds left in this first half. In motion, it's Waddle. On 1st down, Tagovailoa. That's to the left side and taken in by Smith. And he's going to be out of bounds. 0-0 up there on the clock. We have reached the end of the first half.
All right, Mike, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Report. This has been a hard-fought battle thus far. Just the one touchdown to this point is still anybody's game at 7-0, as both of these defenses have been out there trying to one-up one another.
Okay, Coach, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustment's going to pay dividends here. Likely going to play a big role in who wins this one. Just that one touchdown on the board. 7-0 the score as the 3rd quarter begins. Hardy now with the return. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Ravens offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this 3rd quarter. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Aguilar goes off in motion. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. They face 2nd down and 7. They'll run. It's Henry. And he'll get forward for a couple. The veteran Calais Campbell in there for the stop. Here comes 3rd and 6. Now it's Jackson. He'll try and get there on the ground. And they will finally track him down inside the 40-yard line.
At this point, it just gets frustrating for the defense, right? I mean, you've been watching this guy make big play after big play all game long, not only on the quarterback-designed runs, but it's the scrambles that can really break the back of the defense, and we saw it again here.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. It's a zone read, and Jackson's going to keep it. No dice there. He is met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
Oftentimes, the more success you have as a quarterback keeping the ball, the more attention that you're going to get from the defense, and I think that's exactly the case here. They've been burned a few times by this guy already today, but this time they were ready for him.
It's the tight end Likely in motion. On the handoff, it's Henry. And he'll work his way down inside the 40. The veteran Calais Campbell in there for the stop. They come to the line needing 11 here on 3rd down. Jackson now. A throw, left side, caught by Andrews. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the 1st down marker. On 4th down, here comes Justin Tucker for the Ravens. This from an even 50 yards out. Tucker's kick is good. And the Ravens will extend to a 10-0 lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
So Tucker is back out after making the field goal. He'll kick this one away. Here's Eskridge now to return it. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Dolphins offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. And nothing doing from the offense just yet. Down 10-0 as they come up with 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. When that defender's bearing down, you really get a good idea what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
And he tries to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not happen here. I think he's going to lose a yard.
With how fast they were all over that play, you almost wonder, Mike, was there a pre-snap tell? Did they know that play was coming? Because I'll tell you, that defense was on it from the start.
From the gun on 3rd down, Tagovailoa. He gets that complete to Berrios. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
It's a first carry for the veteran Raheem Mostert. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They put Smythe in motion. They'll run this one straight ahead with H.N. And he's close to the first down. Gets 4 yards on the gain, but it will bring up third down. Third and a yard. Once again, it's H.N. That's going to be pretty close. Looks like he's got it, and he does. First down.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
In motion, it's Waddle. Fake the handoff. Now, Tua.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
Second down and 8. Hill brought in motion. On the ground is H.A. He'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the gain to nothing.
They'll fake the handoff. Now, Tua. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
I know this play results in an incomplete pass, but I think this is a really good job by the quarterback. His clock was going off. He felt that rush. He had no immediate target to go to with the ball. Instead, throw it away. Don't take the sack. Live for another day.
Sanders' kick is good. And the Dolphins are on the board. It's now 10-3.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
So Sanders back out after making the field goal. He sends this one away. Hardy now with the return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense ready to take over once more. They'll do so with 1st and 10. They'll motion over Flowers. On 1st down, they'll start the drive with Henry. He'll work his way forward for about 3 yards. That's Bradley Chubb. They're on the stop. Going to go right back to Henry. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. So, points at a premium. Defensive battle so far as we are through 3. Back with more Monday Night Football after this. This crowd into it now as we get to third down. He'll try and run for this with Henry. Trying to get to the edge. He will not get there. As a matter of fact, he was taken down behind the line. And that brings up fourth down.
A tackling plan for the defense, Mike, is critical when you're facing a back like this. You know that one guy is not going to be enough to bring him down. You have to get as many hats to the ball as you can, slow him up just enough to buy time. And in this case, they get him down for a loss.
Ravens sending the punt team out there as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a fourth quarter lead. Out comes Miami and the offense to get started on their next drive. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Tua. He's going to air this one out, looking for Hill. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Mike, what we're seeing play out across the NFL is that if offensively it requires you to go the length of the field in a long, methodical drive, your chances of coming away with points continue to go down the more you snap the ball. You have to be able to generate shot plays, pick up big, explosive chunks, because when you do, your ability to score points typically tends to follow.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Hill brought in motion. On 1st down, here's Tungo Vailoa to throw. Open man downfield is Smith. And he's in! Jonnu Smith, touchdown Dolphins. A huge touchdown there in the fourth quarter, and now just a point away from tying the game.
And that's one of those drives, Mike, where you know your best is needed. Can you come through here late and give your team a chance? They're an extra point away from tying this thing up, and we got ourselves a ball game.
So they're not level yet. A critical extra point attempt to follow. The kick is good, and that will tie this game here in the fourth quarter. Fourth quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. Derrick Henry heading out along with the rest of this Ravens offense. And really, he has not produced a whole lot of highlights as we thought about coming in, that he could be a featured back in this one. Instead, no running lanes, no room to operate, stuck at the line of scrimmage, and generally taking this offense out of its flow. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. On the ground, here's Henry. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. It's the tight end Likely in motion. They'll go again here with Henry. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now, it's third down. In motion comes Andrews. Third and short, Jackson. He's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he's going to have the first down. So they convert on third down with a pickup of 9.
Goes without saying, this is a huge drive. This game is all tied up. Fourth quarter, that's a huge first down pickup. Now they got to see if they can get some points off this possession.
They'll come up first and 10 at the 40. Aguilar goes off in motion. They'll run it with Henry. And not a lot there. Only up to about the 41. Here's a 2nd and 9. In the shotgun, here's Jackson. Aguilar able to make the catch. The crowd making their presence felt. This is third down. Coming open, that's the tight end likely. And he's going to be brought down inside the 15.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
They can still get a first down at the 1. First and 10, they go from the 11. Now Lamar going to hang on to it. And no place to go, no place to hide. He's taken down behind the line.
The key to running the read option, Mike, is that the timing has to be just right. If it's too slow getting going, a lot of the times defenders can get in the backfield and cause havoc. And that's exactly what happened here.
Bateman is the motion man. Off the play fake. Jackson in trouble, and he's going to be taken down. Jalen Phillips that time in there for the sack.
That last sack is exactly why defensive coaches preach over and over. Just play the next down. Just continue to make them snap the ball again. You're one big defensive play from changing everything about this drive, and what once looked like a promising drive, following that sack, looks a little bit different now.
The pressure's going to get there again. He's forced down once more.
I don't have any real advanced analysis for this one, Mike. I mean, I think the simplest way to categorize it is this possession has been a disaster.
Two minutes to play in regulation. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. So out comes a guy who's been here before. Big spot for Justin Tucker. This to grab a late lead. Got the distance, and it's good. He knocks it through from long range. They move out front and take the lead here in the fourth quarter.
And this has been such a tight game, but that's a big one right there. I mean, you need a kicker with confidence. Well, this guy, he fits the bill. He steps up and knocks it through to give his guys a lead here in the fourth quarter.
So they lead by 3 here in this fourth quarter. Now have to turn it over to the defense as they kick it off. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. The Dolphins offense headed back to take over once more. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. Now this looks like a design run, and nothing doing on that one. He'll go down behind the line.
And you could tell pretty quickly, Mike, that once the quarterback started chopping his feet, that there was nowhere for him to go. Great job by the defense, not only reading quarterback run, but getting him down behind the line.
Now on 2nd and long. They'll drop to throw. To the left side, in the hands of Hill.
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
What will they do on this play? 3rd down, needing 8. Here's Tungo Vailoa. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. Now the Dolphins going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll get it with still 1:20 left to go in the game. Plenty of time, plus 2 timeouts at their disposal. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Tua. Taking off.
You know, Mike, nice job here by the quarterback, just understanding on these early downs, you just don't want to go backwards. So he's able to avoid the negative play, pick up a little bit, and mostly avoid the sack.
Here's 2nd down. Man in motion is Berrios. Here's 2. He'll take off again. Now Miami going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. And the clock will stop with 45 seconds left in the game. Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. Tua gonna throw. He's gonna look deep for Tyreek. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
They desperately needed that one, Mike. Down here late, they've only got a few remaining snaps to go, and it puts all of the pressure of the game now on 4th down. Let's see what play call they have in a gotta-have-it situation. And right now, this quarterback needs to make his best throw in the biggest moment of the game.
And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Gotta let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on downs. So here's the Baltimore offense getting set for their next drive. They'll have a short field looking to build on the lead. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Down to a knee here goes Jackson. And that should do it. The Dolphins going to use their final timeout here as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this 4th quarter. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. The victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So it is a win here for the visitors, the Ravens. They knew this would be a dogfight away from home, and they were right. But they come away with a hard-fought victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. Good night from South Florida.